It's the year 1360 Shire Reckoning, or 2960 by the Third Age. And after quite a long walk under stars that have come out blazing and bright after an afternoon of heavy rain, you finally come to the round green door of Bag End, the home of the strange and famous Bilbo Baggins. Standing there upon the mat, you find yourself surrounded by, well, not surrounded, you find yourself meeting a distant relation. It seems as though Bilbo has called the both of you to join him this evening. And just as one of you is about to ring the bell, the door is pulled open, and you see standing in the front hall none other than Master Baggins himself. He offers you an energetic greeting and quickly rushes you in with a plethora of welcomes, thank yous, and lovely to meet yous. And before you can gather your wits about you, you've been swept into the warm embrace of Bag End and led into the parlor, where a lovely fire, fresh mugs of ale, plates of dainties, and several cushioned chairs and sofas offer a much needed spot of rest and relaxation. Bilbo, with a twinkle in his eye, ushers you each into a seat, but doesn't take one himself. He gives you a couple of plates of food, but obviously can't wait for you to finish them. And you eat from the food eagerly. And before you're even halfway done, he starts talking. You're all undoubtedly curious as to why I've called you here this evening. Well, he leans in, firelight causing the twinkle in his eye to dance merrily. His hand sweeps from behind his back towards the parlor windows. I'm hoping you will partake in a little adventure. Nothing so grand as my own, I'm afraid, but in return for your aid, I will provide each of you with a place in my memoirs and a fair share of my eternal gratitude. He grabs a glass of wine off the table and takes a sip, pausing for effect. Now, I know what you're thinking. There goes old Bilbo again, taking after that wizard Gandalf, sending you hobbits off into the blue. Well, I can assure you it is nothing of the sort, nothing at all. It's just a little trip to Michel Delving and back to recover what one might call a family heirloom made by the old Took himself. It's a map that's currently stored in the Matham House. It's a map of the Shire. And the old Took made all kinds of precious annotations by himself. Now, I've sent many letters to the custodian, Malva Slowfoot, asking if I could please have it back. I've even offered her some fairly generous donations, but for some reason she has provided no replies. So I thought maybe we needn't tell her. And after all, we're talking about something that belonged to my grandfather, and that would not be out of place here in Bag End. And most of all, we needn't alert that pesky dog that the Slowfoots have set to guard the place. Sharp as a tack, that beast, and he sniffs me out every time I've come near. Besides, I know some of you place more value on local gossip than others, and even just being seen at night in the company of Mad Baggins might be enough to ruin your reputation forever. But for those of you with spirit, which I know all of you have in spades, otherwise I'd not have called you here tonight, won't you aid me on this errand of particular importance, my fellow conspirators? What say you?
Rory Mac. looks at Bilbo and he is awestruck. He has read and heard Bilbo's stories, and if the great Bilbo is asking this lowly Brandybuck to go on a quest for him, he is game. Fucking game. So he cannot even speak. All he does is nod his head fervently, like yes, 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 please, yes, yes. Now? We're gonna go now?
It's not so fast. Lobelia, what do you say?
I guess as long as we can do it in the dead of night and no one has to know, because I don't want to get into trouble.
Yes, well,
I
excellent.
need to save face.
Well, you should just be quick and silent about it then, shouldn't you? I have faith in you. I think you can do it.
I put the rest of the stuff that's on my plate in my pocket. Just like I go like, oh, okay. I guess I can do that. I guess when do we set off?
Oh, well, it's getting dark out and it's quite a long trip, so I have beds here. You can rest here tonight and then you can get a good hearty breakfast tomorrow morning and then you can set off in the morning.
After
And
second breakfast, I assume.
well, I will give you second breakfast for the road.
I take the stuff that I put in my pocket and I put it back on my plate and I continue eating.
I am still just awestruck and very much like ready to go now, but yeah, like it makes sense that we go set off in the morning.
Yeah, it's
Sadly.
it's about it's about like almost like a 2-day hike all the way to Michel Delving. There is if you set out north, you can go um, over hill and then turn west over the water. There's a shallow crossing there, and then you can turn back south towards Waymeet. You should be there, towards the evening tomorrow, and then you can rest there. I recommend the Walking Party Inn. It's a very respectable place. Lots of travelers stop there. And then the day after, you can set off to Michel Delving proper, which you should reach towards the end of the afternoon. But
Can I
anyway,
just... Ooh, sorry.
no, go on. What do you want to say, Lomelia?
Can I just ask how that map ended up at Michelle Delving's house?
Oh, sorry. Michel Delving is the name of the town. It's in the
Sorry.
old. No, it's fair enough. It's been stored in the old Matum house, and a Matum is like a trinket. It's like hobbits gather these kind of things that they give away, like at birthdays and whatever. And some of those things, like old maps, things of peculiar importance, tend to end up there, sort of like a museum.
Like a antique shop, but without the store
Yeah,
part.
kinda.
Okay. But how did it end up there?
Yeah.
Well, that's a good question.
That's a tale for another time.
No, I think my old grandfather must have given it away at some point mistakenly. He wasn't quite there by the end, sadly, and well, it wasn't the right thing to do for him to give it away. And, well, I've tried to get it back, but so far, no luck. So,
Do you know why they won't give it back?
no, I just don't get an answer. But this Malva Slowfoot, she's a bit of a herder. Hoarder?
Order.
Yeah,
Herder.
herder, hoarder. Yeah, I don't think she likes to give anything away after she's had her mittens on it.
Hmm.
This woman, is she a hobbit like us, or is she? Okay. And we are now in the Shire, but the Shire is pretty big.
Yeah,
We're at
you're
Bag End,
in
right?
Bag End. Wait, I can send you a map.
Oh no,
Yes,
I just.
please.
Oh, this is.
Oh, you.
Yeah, I have a map here where Bag End is just above the middle to the left.
Yeah, it's if you see Hobbiton,
Yeah, Hobbiton. Yeah.
it's just north from it over the water.
Yeah, that's where we are now. And where are we
Yeah.
going?
West.
Go
Like if you
west.
see if you see the big east road, you see Waymead and then Michel Delving. All the way east near the White Downs.
Ooh, so we're going over the hills. I'm. I've
A
never
bit.
been. I've never been that far.
We're going through the hills, right? Through and over.
Uh I mean there's some hills. It's all rolling hillsides in the Shire, but there's no mountains, and even like most of the biggest hills, you don't have to go that far.
Um. Yeah. Um. Like, do you have any idea? Will it be dangerous to cross there?
The river? Or
Well, um, I know I have a cousin in Weymouth. He always just says it's pretty living there, but he also
oh
says never go over the hills.
oh, but you don't have to go all no. Wait, can you maybe share which map you're looking at? Because maybe there's a
Yeah, it's in
difference there.
the Delta Green one.
Ah, I see.
So,
Uh,
I mean, look, I'm not afraid. I'm just worried that Lobelia might be scared. Like I'm not scared at all.
oh no, in actuality, Michel Delving is on the east side of those white downs still. You don't really have to go through those
Oh.
hills. It's Michel Delving on the white downs, so it's and there's
Okay.
and the it's the Great East Road goes through it. There's really nothing will happen to you on it.
Promise?
Promise.
Okay.
Hobbit's promise.
You do sound kind of scared.
Um I'm just scared for my sister. She's normally not like I'm not away for this long.
Okay.
So yeah. Um.
She should she should be all right. She's a big girl now, right? How old is she?
Well, she is only 50. I mean,
I'm
That's
42. I'm younger than your sister. I'm sure she'll be fine.
you don't understand. She has a little sheltered life.
Haven't we all? I guess
oh yes.
we hobbits like to stay in one place.
Not
Why
all of
why
us.
wouldn't we? It's such a nice place we have here in the Shire.
That's true. That's true.
It is a nice place, but oh, you haven't lived until you've seen the mountains.
Which
Trust me,
mountains?
they're oh, the Misty Mountains, of course.
The Misty
They're
Mountains.
yeah, they're some view. I want to go back someday, but I also can't leave Baggins unattended.
I could
So
ask for
many.
my sister to take care of Bag End, and then you can come with us.
No, sadly, I've got other uh, things I need to do
I'm
Prior
sure you're a
arrangements.
today.
busy. I'm sure you're a busy man.
Oh, that's what I like to make them think.
All right. I'm getting a bit sleepy.
Yeah, big meals make me
I'll
tired.
Yeah, with all this
I'll
turkey.
I'll show you to your rooms. Follow me. And Bilbo
I just
dashes
follow
off,
him.
and you enter into the well, it's not quite a maze of tunnels, but it's a large house, Baggins. It's the gem of the Shire almost. And well, he leads you through some tunnels, and he shows you each of you a separate bedroom.
Mm.
And it's nice. The bed is freshly made, nice and comfy. There's some extra nightgowns that are placed on a chair that's sitting by it. It's all clean, all in order.
Well, I think
I
it's a good idea to lay down.
Okay, so you lay down and you get a good night's rest, and you wake up in the morning to the sounds of birds coming through an open window somewhere. Sun is shining, and somewhere from through the halls, the smoke or the smell of bacon and tea is wafting into your rooms.
Well, that means I wake up and just head out.
Head out for the kitchen, you mean, or?
Oh yes, this is what I came for.
You're only here for the food.
Indeed.
And when you get into the kitchen, you see that plates have been set. It's bacon and fresh bread. There's some um, sunny side up eggs. A couple of tomatoes, some fresh orange juice. It's really all well done.
It's all baked to perfection. So it's like a continental breakfast.
It's almost like a continental breakfast.
Continental. Don't mind if I do. Well, I fill my plate up and already eyeing what I'm gonna eat after this.
How many sausages are there?
Roll for sausage.
There's
I will.
you can see that Bilbo is making some. There's not that many, but there would be enough to get like 2 each.
Okay.
And it's like, oh, go on, help yourselves.
I put 2 on my plate, but as I walk away, I put 1 in my pocket, as well as some bacon.
It's all about the bacon.
It is all about the bacon.
Okay.
Can I just have a look around this kitchen? Like, what does this kitchen look like? Or
It's,
the area that we're in, basically.
Yeah. It's a pretty big kitchen. There's a large window that overlooks the greenery, like, you know, the big green like
Like
the
farm?
festival area where they
Okay.
you know where they hold like summer fairs and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see already, like, it's still quite early. There's not that much movement going on yet. There's a couple of kids running around chasing each other. You can see a farmer heading to his field. But other than that, it's pretty quiet at Bag End. And Bilbo has made his food and is now disappeared off into the room somewhere.
Is there anything that like stands out as something being something very special that we haven't seen? Because I guess this is the first time that we've ever been in this house, right?
Yeah. Well, maybe the thing that you would notice is not something that's there, but what isn't there. Because all you've heard about Bilbo Baggins is that Bag End is stuffed with gold and treasure and silver. And you don't really see any of that. Like it's like, if you look at the kitchenware, for example, like it's nice, it's decent, but it's also not like pure gold. You don't see the faint like chests piling over with gold. It looks like a an upper class hobbit home, but also not, wow, this guy has riches like coming out of his ears.
I look for the ring.
Give me a scan roll.
What's the scan roll?
It's under wits, so you would roll.
Where's wits? Oh, there. I have scan. I have 1 thing in scan.
So that's a D12 and a D6.
That's a 12.
And you have to roll over your TN. That's your target number. So you have to roll over your
over
TN normally
13
to succeed.
and- Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I didn't succeed. What is the 5 and the 17 for me?
So the 5 under wits is your score, like your attribute score.
Yeah.
And your target number is derived from that. Like, your target number is in this case, I think it's always 18 minus your attribute score.
All right.
And the 17,
It's on parry.
yeah, parry, and then under heart you have hope, which is if bad or scary things happen, you can gain a shadow score. Which, if your shadow score exceeds your hope, you will become miserable and you get disadvantage on rolls, basically.
Oh, but that's like nothing scary is gonna happen because Bilbo promised that we would be all right.
Yeah,
So,
you'll be fine.
so we can just forget about that.
Yeah, we don't really need to worry about those.
I rolled 14, and my wits are 12.
Were you also looking for the ring?
No, I wasn't looking for the ring. I was looking for riches.
Or-
I want
you
to
were
see where
looking.
the riches are.
Well, you wander through some of the halls, and you see a very nicely detailed chest with a heavy lock on it. That's stuffed somewhere in a dark corner. That you think, oh, this could be, there could be something nice in there if it's the only thing that's bolted shut in this house.
Mm-hmm.
So you assume that he might be hiding something there, like something valuable.
Okay. I don't really want to steal from him, so I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm not going to go like, oh, thank you for keeping us here. I'm not gonna steal from you. I'm gonna rob you.
Well, you kind of stole food from him, so
No,
why stop there?
I took it and I put it in my pocket because I have plans with it.
You have plans with the sausage in your pocket? Okay.
Yeah, what dog doesn't like gross 2-day-old sausages? We need to make sure the dog doesn't do anything, right?
That's true. Wow.
Sausages.
You thought ahead further than I did.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn off my camera because I'm gonna eat a burger and I don't really want that on tape.
Roger that.
Fair enough.
Fair enough, indeed. Right. With my 12, do I notice anything, or is it just like my mind is clouded by the amount of bacon I consumed?
Yeah, you're just thinking about the bacon and mostly thinking about like the upcoming adventure. Like when you try to think about something else, it always comes flooding back into your mind. Oh, I can't wait to see. I wonder what we'll see on the road. I wonder who we'll meet. So no, you don't find anything, or you don't see anything staying in the kitchen as you are.
Yeah, I'm just well, I'm just having my first breakfast, basically. Just for interest, I'm 56. When do hobbits like mature?
I think I want to say around their 30s. Let me see if I can find something in the rule book. No, it doesn't say. But I think, yeah, around their 30s. So you're
Oh yeah,
old, but not like comparable to like your, I think, like early 40s to
Yeah,
humans.
yeah. Like I just read that a 33-year-old hobbit is like 18 years old in human.
Yeah, coming of age. So a 50-year-old hobbit would be regarded as entering middle age.
Yeah. All right. So I'm around my 30s.
Al-
30s.
Also, I just googled hobbits mature, and I really should not have done that.
Oh, let's see. What did you
On
see?
like, luckily it's not on like a work computer or something.
No, luckily.
Well, it's not that bad. Hobbit mature. Oh, oh. Okay. Yeah, never mind.
Uh,
I mean, yeah,
oh, wait,
looking.
on Google it's actually fine, but I for some reason my PDFs open in like Microsoft Edge, and it's auto went to Bing.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's where it got some more interesting results, let's say.
you know, there's another character on here who is 197. So I guess we're
But
very young.
that's wait, what?
Balin.
But he's a dwarf.
Oh, okay. Sorry, didn't know that. I should have looked at that. I'm dumb.
You didn't know Balin was a dwarf?
No, no worries.
Ah.
I'm
Wait.
sorry. Uh,
Yeah.
I'm just here for the food.
All right. I'm
Alright.
eager to head off. Really eager.
All right.
I guess.
Just what's one question? It's about a
Yeah.
2-day hike.
Yeah.
Um, do you provide provisions, Bilbo? Do you provide a place for shelter at the end of the first day?
Well, and he holds up 2 bags. Got goodie bags here with enough food. I should last you on the road. And it's about halfway between here and Michel Delving. There is the town of Waymeet, and there is a quite a big inn there. I'm sure you will be able to find some rooms there.
All right, and my character would know that if this is a hobbit town or a human town. It's a hobbit town, right?
It's all in the
Hobbit.
Shire
All right.
still.
Yes.
It's
Okay.
all Hobbit. Like you might see, like, if you're lucky, a couple of dwarves on the road, like passing through between the Misty Mountains and the Blue Mountains in the west. But other than that, it's all hobbits.
All hobbits all the way down.
All hobbits all the way down.
All right. Cool. Well, I'll take one of the bags from Bilbo and fashion a knapsack with a stick. I will find outside. This is for later. For now, I just sling it around my shoulder, almost fall back. This is pretty heavy, but keep my balance. And I look at my newfound companion, Lobelia, and ask, are you ready?
I think I want to check what's in the bag first. I'm a little bit hesitant. What is in the bag?
What's
In the bag?
What's in the bag?
You find some stuff that will last on the road like quite a bit. Like there's like 2 apples, a bit of bread. There's some like crackers almost.
Mhm.
He also snuck in like a bit of bacon, and he gives you like a tiny pot of jam to go with the sandwiches.
What kind of jam?
It's raspberry. I just made it last week.
Okay, I think I put them. I hang the bag off of my umbrella, and I like a knapsack, and say, "Okay, I think we're ready to go. See you in
All right.
4 days."
See you in 4 days.
Wait, what if she doesn't want to give it to us?
We take it.
All right, cool. Just so we're all in agreement here.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
steal it.
Rory Mac like unsheaths his rabbit skinning knife. Excellent.
Hey, she doesn't need to get hurt, right? But I just want my grandfather's map back.
All right, she
But
doesn't need to get hurt.
she doesn't need to get hurt.
I'll
She
make
also doesn't
sure-
need. She also doesn't need to know that the map was taken. There's so much stuff in there. It will take her a week before she knows.
All right.
Yeah, I'll
Especially
make
if
sure
she
that she
doesn't
doesn't
get
get hurt.
Yes, please.
I'll make sure that she doesn't get hurt. No, stop the winking.
All right. I say we set off. Do you smell sausages, by the way? It smells really weird.
So I think that's still
Well,
like
that's-
the fat from the pan.
Ah, good. It lingers. This smell, this sausage. I'm sure I will smell it for 2 days more, at least.
It does get in your cloak sometimes. The smell of bacon and sausages.
Indeed, in the hair, in the feet hair.
Yes, right.
Quite. What?
Oh,
So you set off
Yeah.
and you
Are we there yet?
you follow the directions that Bilbo gave you.
Yeah. Like I have no idea how else we would get there. Basically. Like.
Well, he told you to go from wait, if I open up the map that you sent, he told you to go from Hobbiton, like Bag End, a bit north to Overhill, and then cross the river west and cross some fields, and a bit past Overhill there is a crossing, a shallow crossing, and
Isn't
then
there-
you can.
sorry, isn't there a crossing from Bag End to Hobbiton?
Yeah.
Yeah, there is in fact even a bridge crossing from Bag End to Hobbiton.
Wouldn't that
So-
be the easier way?
Yeah.
It would be, but perhaps you wouldn't like to be seen coming out of the home of old Matt Baggins.
Oh, that's true.
And perhaps because this is a mission of quite, not everyone. We don't want everyone to know that you're
Okay.
on this quest.
Plausible deniability. I get it.
Mm.
Let's go to Overhill then, and then find the. There's a crossing at Needlehole, or is there one at Overhill as well?
A bit. Because Needlehole is quite far up north, but somewhere like half an hour beyond Overhill or something, there is just a shallow fort.
Okay. Let's go.
All right, we're off.
We're off to meet the wizard.
The wonderful wizard of Mitchell Delving.
Can I assume that we have a map? We have this map.
You you have, well, maybe not this map, but like a pretty decent sketch
Okay, good.
with like the large rivers and most of the roads and some of the towns on it. So you set off north, and it's a beautiful spring day. It's beautiful weather for hiking. It's not a cloud in the sky. You can hear birds chirping as you set off. And Overhill is a very small. Like, it's not almost not even worth the name of a village. There's 10 houses there, maybe. Mostly like some farmers there. And you reach it pretty quickly. Like you reach it in like an hour maybe. And it's still quite early when you reach it.
Bro, what time did
And-
we leave? Was it about like 8? Or
Yeah,
later.
sure. It's
Right.
8, 9 maybe.
Right, let's really get into the timekeeping system of Lord of the Rings. Paint me a word
Everything's
picture.
30 minutes.
Yes.
Everything's 30 minutes.
Everything.
Everything is 30 minutes.
Right, so
Um,
8. Well, yeah. Okay.
What are the farmers? What are the crops? Are there any different crops than Bag End?
They're seasonably appropriate produce.
Hey, I'm asking you.
No, it's all much of the same. It's potatoes and carrots and wheat and corn. It's nothing really like exotic going on. Like maybe a couple of farmers growing pipeweed. Like in their back garden, they might have a small plot for that. You see a bunch of sheep, some cows. Near the farms, there are some chickens wandering around. It's all a quaint little typical Shire fare. The only thing that stands out in Overhill is Gerda Boffin's mushrooms, which nobody knows really what her secret is. But she makes like an amazing mushroom stew. Like it's famous all across the Shire, and it's her personal secret because she doesn't grow any mushrooms by her house that anybody can tell. It's just all that anybody knows is that occasionally she sets out north into the Binball wood, and she comes back with a basket of mushrooms.
Lobelia,
And-
this is like, these are the most famous mushroom stews. Like maybe we can. I'm not really partial to the raspberry jam. Maybe we can trade.
Yeah, I don't like raspberries.
Yeah, so maybe we can like trade the raspberry jam for some of her famous.
I would love that.
Yeah.
Is she open? Like, oh my god, no. I mean, is her shop open?
Wide open.
Oh lord.
She
It's not
doesn't
mushroom. It's yeast.
No, 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 no.
No. No,
Sorry,
she doesn't have a shop. She just
Oh, it's like, so it's like a backyard business.
yeah, she makes the stew, and she trades it with some inns. So there's like a small inn in Overhill where you can get some of her stew, or as it's called locally, Boffin's Crock.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
Right?
Yeah.
Wait,
And,
muffins what?
Croc.
Croc. I thought you said cock there.
One track mind, Senna.
I know. I'm sorry. I can't help it. Buffin's crotch. No, sorry.
Yeah. Do you want to like there's only like 10 or so houses, so if you want, you could ask around for where she lives exactly and see if you can trade with her.
For sure. Like I walk up to the first person I see and ask about the place where I can get some famous grog.
Oh well, if you want, you see, the third house on the left over there. That's the inn, and next door is Gerda's home. So usually you can get some from the inn if you want, or you could try to get some from Gerda herself.
I guess let's go to the source. I'd like to meet this woman.
Yeah, but I also wouldn't be impartial to just go to the inn and have an ale.
Too early for ale. I usually wait with my ale until at least 11.
11 Cs?
Yeah.
Ah. Fair enough. Let's head to the source.
Okay.
Yeah, Labila, I'm gonna talk for you now. We walk to the source.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely on my way. I want to know who this woman is and how she makes the stew, and I want to eat it. And I was also thinking if we go to her, we might be able to, like, persuade her to give us more than we would get at the inn, you know?
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Because my persuade is kind of high.
Ooh.
I have a persuasive umbrella, apparently.
Swirl it around.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the umbrella. Look at the umbrella. Not the ice, the umbrella. Look at the umbrella.
No, I do like a little. What do you call that? Like yeah, but like with like a stick in the air and like do like a handstand. Yeah.
Yeah.
Baton. It's my baton.
It's fancy persuasive, not like give me the stew or else persuasive.
No.
I put my rabbit skinning knife back in its holster.
Yeah.
You're the GM? Yeah, GM, Game Master. Or are you Sauron? How do I call you?
I think GM is fine. I think it's just like Lore Master or something in the rulebook, but...
Right. Lore Master. How does money work in this game? Do we have money, or...?
Good question. Because I was not prepared for you actually to trade with someone. Let me see. I assume
you shouldn't have told us about stew.
Yeah. Do not talk about mushroom stew because we will want it.
Let's see. No, I assume you have as treasure rating. You have some coins and you have like enough to trade for like some stew. You have because you set out with the idea of we need to stay the night at the inn anyway. So I assume you took enough coins to cover like some food and some drinks and a way to stay and enough to stay a night at the inn.
And we have all the food to trade with and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should definitely try with the raspberry jam. Say that it's like a grandmother's recipe or something.
Yeah, indeed.
Sure. So you go and knock on the door, I assume?
Yeah.
Okay, so you knock on the door, and you don't immediately hear anything, but after you knock a second time, you hear from somewhere, like at the other side of the house, you hear someone yelling, "Just a second, I'm coming!"
I
And
think
you
we caught her
hear
at a bad
some
time.
you hear some footsteps shuffling and someone, unlocking like a chain from the door. And you see the door open,
Wow, high
and
security for the
quite
Shire.
for the
Yeah.
Shire, yeah.
Well,
Like
this ain't your grandma's mushroom stew.
well, you never know what kind of hobbits would come and try to steal Gerda's secrets too.
Indeed.
But in front of you, in the doorway, stands an old lady, and she's kind of like looking around, like, do I know you? How can I help you?
I defer to Lobelia.
Hi. So you don't know us. We are
Indeed,
from
I don't.
Bag End, and we've heard about your famous stew.
From Baggins, indeed.
Yes.
I. Oh, did you move in with old Baggins?
No, we don't like to talk about him. He's a disgrace. But yeah,
Right.
no, we did hear about your stew. Actually, there is a book that someone wrote a while ago that mentions your stew, and we came all the way here to try it.
Oh, you. Oh, that's so nice of you. Oh yeah, come on in. In.
Perfect.
And I just made some. I just made some yesterday. I should have some. It might still be warm even. Like I think it was boiling overnight.
That's
Sit down. Sit
amazing.
down. What are? Sorry. What are your names?
I am Lobalia.
Lobalia. Curious. Curious name indeed.
It's a family name.
Yes, and I
Really?
am Ramimok Buckybrand.
Well, curious names for two curious young hobbits. Ah, no matter. Sit down, grab a plate. I'll get you a small plate of stew.
Be amazing.
But she, there is a big, like kettle on an open fire, where she just takes a large soup spoon. Soup spoon? No, like a large
Ladle.
ladle. Yeah, like that's like hanging from a wall nearby, and she fills up 2 plates. Well, she fills up a third plate. Says, "Oh, starting to get quite hungry myself. Here you go." So, do tell me, how do two young hobbits such as yourself find yourself all the way out here? You said you read my story or about my stew in a book.
So yeah, one of the one of the older hobbits in our in Baggins has a book full of stories, and we don't know where it comes
Really?
from, but it's something that they talk about quite often. While
Really?
she is
Is
while she's talking, can I scan and look around to see if I can see any
Uh,
mushrooms other than the stew?
yeah, give me a scan roll.
14 again, but different.
Uh,
And
14 the
my
difference?
yeah, no, it's a different combination. I had 10
Ah,
and 4 last time, and now I have 8 and 6. But it's I have a +1 in scan or a 1 diamond.
um, yeah, so the diamonds to the right are those indicate how many d6s you can use.
Okay, and what's the one in
If
the box?
on the left, those mean that they are favorite skills. So then you can use 2d12s and you get it's like a what's it called in D&D?
Efficiency?
You get to keep the best of
Oh,
both. Advantage.
yeah.
Oh, cool. So I have advantage on stealth and scan and
Uh,
insight and courtesy. Okay, cool.
yeah.
I mean, I still have it's above the 12, so that's fine.
Yeah. Also, let me know if you roll an 11 or a 12 because those are like special things.
If you roll the exact amount.
No, if you roll an 11 on the d12,
Yeah.
that's Sauron's eye,
Oh.
which I think counts as a 0 instead.
Oh.
And in some cases, like if you are miserable, counts as a automatic fail even. Let me look it up. And the 12 is Gandalf's rune, which is an automatic success.
Okay.
And you also on the d6s, if you roll a 6, well, I have like the fancy dice that came with it.
Ooh.
There is like an elven mark on it.
Mm-hmm.
And that increases your type of success. Like it from just a regular success, it becomes like a great success, and if you roll 2, it becomes like an excellent success or something like that.
Ah, like a success, hard success, and
Yeah.
yeah.
I rolled a 6 on my d6s.
So you get a God, where is it in the rules?
I just want to say I find this game so wholesome.
And me too. I love it.
It's
Mushroom
amazing.
stew. I love mushroom stew.
And you're doing very well,
I love it, Jeroen.
indeed.
Thank you. Just checking, making rolls. Yeah, so the Sauron rune, so an 11 counts as a 0. And the thing on the success dice, so that's a d6. Those are degrees of success. So if there are none but you still succeed, that's just a success.
Mm-hmm.
If you have 1, it's a great success, and if you have 2 or more, it becomes an extraordinary success.
Ooh.
So me scanning the room was a great success.
Yeah, a great success.
Great success.
So yeah, you can tell that. Oh, excuse me. You don't immediately see any sign of mushrooms, but you can tell that as she was like grabbing some plates out of a cupboard, stacked in the back of that cupboard was another like little bag of mushrooms that were not like growing there, but like plucked from the forest and kept there for storage.
Mm.
Like maybe to dry or whatever, but they're all hidden away in the back of a cupboard.
fighting the urge to cause a distraction and steal those things. Um, like, do you have like alignment in this game?
Do you have like
N-
super stealth?
Oh shit! Yes, I do. I
I
have
also have like 3 stealth.
a 3 stealth plus a tick on the stealth box.
Me too.
Ooh. I'll just ask her.
uh,
Like, where do you find these mushrooms?
uh, old woman's secret. Never told anyone. And I'm never telling either. Not until I'm much, much older.
Oh, you're older now than when I asked the question.
Oh, no, no, no. No. Only on my deathbed will I tell the secret of my mushrooms.
I unsheathed my rabbit skin knife that can be arranged.
No!
No, I don't do that. No, 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 no. Um. Awareness is not something I can use here, right? It's not like investigation. It's just like perception, probably.
Um, yeah, an investigation would be like a scan.
Yeah. And what does insight do?
I was wondering that.
Insight is I think the same as insight in D&D. It's more like is somebody hiding something or maybe lying or feeling like more an
All right.
insight to their like emotional state of being.
All right. So I ask her like I heard you got them from the Bimblewoods. Um, is that true?
Now, how do you know that?
Well, word travels, just like us.
The accent change all of a sudden.
Indeed.
I mean, I love it, not
Oh,
gonna
but-
lie, but
Strahd in Hobbiton. Sorry, what did you say?
Well, word travels, as I'm sure you do.
Oh, well, yes. Oh yeah, my stew is, I don't like to brag too much, but it's fairly well known all over the Shire.
I'm not gonna
Right.
lie, it's clearly delicious. But you're an old lady.
But thank you.
I gather
I
that
am.
you
Thank you for
do not
noticing.
travel as far.
Oh,
So-
I'm old, but I'm not frail yet. I'm still sprucey.
but isn't it dangerous to go into the woods alone, especially for?
No, there's nothing dangerous in
Hobbit?
those woods. There's nothing dangerous in those woods.
But there are great mushrooms, I guess.
Quite.
Insight check. I want to know if she's like really. Well, she's holding something back, so that's not an insight. But I want to know if she, like, does she really go to Brindlewood Forest, or is that just a diversion?
Oh, roll me an insight check.
All right, so I have advantage on insight check, and I have two
Yeah.
things. So it's a D12 plus
So-
2d6.
Yeah, you can even and you can roll 2d12 because of the advantage.
All right.
No way you're gonna fail this one,
Oh.
apart from if you roll like 0.
Well, a part of
Are you-
a roll an 11,
Oh,
but I have advantage, so I discard the
Yeah.
11, right? I rolled a
Yeah.
2 on my other D12, but I rolled 2 6s on my D6s. So
Wow.
that's a 14, and my target number is 13. So
13, and that's like an excellent success as well.
look at you, high roller.
or an extraordinary success. Even like the result was absolutely
Yep. I'm an
the
extraordinary hobbit, so
the result was absolutely exceptional and memorable.
it was a memorable question.
Um. Yeah, I just don't. mm, don't know how to turn an insight check into a memorable result. Because you can tell that she's quite honest about like going into the woods
Yeah.
by herself quite regularly, and you can tell that she probably has like a spot somewhere where these mushrooms grow.
Mm-hmm.
But you can tell that she's not like she wouldn't just tell anyone. Like she literally hasn't told anyone. It's all a big mystery about where exactly these mushrooms come from. Like a lot of people have, not a lot. Some people have gone looking,
Mm-hmm.
try and find them, but nobody's ever found them.
All right.
I guess it's not just the mushrooms, right? Just mushrooms alone don't make a stew.
No, but it's the main event of the
Hmm.
stew.
No, I get it. But it's what you do with the mushroom. I was wondering, what does "all" mean in this? Because I have that in strength.
Sorry,
But-
what does what mean?
Awe, AWE.
Awe is awing someone. It's
Would
let
it
me
be
read.
like doing something that's so awe-inspiring that you like
Yeah.
wow them? Leave them in awe?
Yeah, basically.
But what
Let's
is
see if I
like
can-
how do you roll for that? I don't understand.
Well, it's
Oh, so
like
is it
trying to
me?
intimidate. Yeah, it's if you
Ah.
try to like intimidate someone, for example.
But isn't that also
It's
persuade? No, that's not persuade. Sorry.
yeah, it's
Persuade
it's
would be just no, sorry.
yeah, it's so you have your three your three skill categories, right? So strength, heart, and wits.
Yeah.
Each one of those on the like horizontal axis also is like a skill group. So like awe, enhearten, and persuade are the personality skills. So awe is like trying to convince someone to your side using your strength. Where persuade is using your wits and your humor or your charisma.
Yeah, so like having a high awareness means that you have a lot of insight, which means that you can scan your surroundings and are better at that. So you're basically like
It's well. Let me read it for you. Awareness skill represents a hero's readiness to react and the ability to notice something unexpected, out of the ordinary, or difficult to detect.
Mhm.
Versus scan. And scan is player heroes can use a scan skill when examining something closely or attentively, like skimming through a book or trying to locate a piece of relevant information, looking for concealed doors, hidden inscriptions, recognizing a familiar face in a crowd.
okay, no, that makes sense. So we've been using scan right and insight right as well.
Yeah, and insight, now that I have it. Insight represents the ability to see beyond appearances and to recognize the hidden thoughts and beliefs of people. Does not reveal if someone is lying, but the information it yields can be used to draw useful conclusions about people's motives.
Okay. That makes sense. Yes, I'm aware that we could have bought your stew at the inn, Gerda, but we really wanted to meet the person who made it. So I know that you've already given us a bowl of this delicious stew, but would you take this gift from us? And I give her the gem.
Oh, jam, lovely. What kind of jam is it?
Raspberry.
Oh, my
You like?
favorite.
Oh, great! We
Did
were
you
hoping you would like it.
Darts the bullet there.
did you make this yourself?
My grandmother did.
Oh, oh, lovely.
Gerda,
Yes, thank you.
if it wouldn't be too much trouble, I also have a jar of jam. Um, would you mind trading it for some of your lovely stew? Maybe
Oh,
one or two portions for both of us.
yeah, yeah, sure, why not? I have loads of stew and almost no jam anyway, so yeah, good.
Lovely, lovely.
You lost your accent again.
Excellent.
Oh, lovely, lovely.
Excellent. Yes, here let me fill you up
Excellent.
some some more plates.
Oh, but
Anything we
the
can?
plates would be difficult to carry on the road. Do you have any like
Oh yeah, yeah,
receptacle?
of course. Um, like a mason jar.
Oh,
Yes.
it doesn't have to be a mason jar. Just a food jar would be a good.
Yeah, well, I have some. Yeah, yeah, sure. Let me grab some out of my cupboard.
All right. So you
And
can keep
she.
the pots that the jam came in as well.
Ah, thank you.
It's a fair trade. I'm talking like a dwarf.
You were a man who's seen the world, I imagine.
Well, I've talked to a dwarf once or twice in my life, and it just kind of stuck. I don't know why. Otherwise, I'm very
But
rustic, but
they 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 make quite an impression.
so
I've had
tall. They're so tall.
and so broad.
And so beardy. Like the the,
Yeah,
the the hair that they lack on their feet, they just stuck to their chins.
yeah. It's a strange sight, isn't it? Isn't it? I've had a couple of them in my kitchen asking for some stew, sitting right where you sit now, on
Right here.
those exact same chairs.
Woo. God, it's so wholesome. I
But
love it.
oh, I'm forgetting myself. Let me grab some jars for you, and I'll fill them up with stew.
Yes,
You can
please,
you can
man.
leave the jars with jam right there on the table. And
All right, I
she
rummaged through my pack and get the jar of jam. I have only one jar, right?
Yeah, you've got one each.
All right.
So yeah. So she rummages through her cupboards trying to find like a suitable jar. And she picks up two, fills them up with stew, and she hands them to you.
Well, I take it and I put it in my my handy haversack.
Yeah, I put it on the table. Take a good whiff, and then close the thing, and then put it in my knapsack.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, this was lovely. But I do need to get back to tending my backyard. But please do, if you want more stew like next week or something, don't hesitate to drop in.
What is that face?
Stealth around and see her backyard.
She is in the backyard.
She
I
has
was
the
gonna-
mushrooms. I can feed it.
Gerda, do you have a visitor's book where we can sign to say
we-
how lovely the stew was?
Can we do a Yelp review where?
Yeah. That's what I was wondering.
I don't have a visitor's book, but well,
Oh, that would be a really
Well-
good idea, actually.
yes, well, next time if I get into town, I will see if I can get an empty notebook or something somewhere.
Great.
That so off you go then.
I guess so. I think we're off.
Yeah, we're off.
She gestures through the door and waves you farewell, and you're off.
Thank you so much, Gerda. See you
You're
soon.
welcome.
Bye,
lovelies.
Birdie.
Gertie!
I need a quick break to get a drink.
I
Yeah,
needed
yeah. All right.
See you
Let's,
soon.
have a small break.
Was that the soundtrack from The Sims?
No.
It's
It's from Use Your Words.
Ah, I thought I recognized it.
All right, so we have the famous mushroom stew broth thingy.
Yeah, the oh, I think.
The mushroom grog, indeed. We're up 2 grog, but down 2 jams.
Yeah, but you know, we both don't like raspberry jam anyway, so.
True. True. I think this is the start of a beautiful friendship, Amelia. Alright, so we're off.
Mm-hmm.
And we're
Over the hill.
walking, and we're walking.
And you're walking. And
We have to cross the river.
yeah, you you reach the river crossing that Bilbo indicated, and with all the rain that's been falling recently, or like yesterday and the day before, the river has actually swollen quite a bit, and you can tell that where it's normally an easy crossing, it's now flowing quite rapidly, and like it looks like waist deep maybe. So it
Which is like
might
knee
be-
height for humans, right?
yeah, maybe like a bit higher, but yeah.
Alright.
Well, with the strength of the water behind it, you think it might be doable but difficult to cross.
How wide is the river?
It's about
Like if I were to throw
15,
a stone.
yeah, about like a good stone's throw, like 15-20 meters.
We have any rope in our bags? Or on our person?
Yeah, you do have a bit of rope.
Would it be enough to cover the length or the width of the river?
Yeah, just about maybe. Like it's definitely not. It definitely won't be enough to like cross twice, but you think like it's about the same width as the river, a bit extra maybe.
What I was thinking was like maybe we can like lasso the rope around a tree on the other side or a branch on the other side, so we have something to hold on to when we cross the river.
Or we can tie ourselves together so that even if someone slips, there is someone who we're still connected, I guess.
Like I said, this is the start of a beautiful friendship. Yeah. The problem is if one of us slips, the tug might be enough to make us both slip.
That's true. Is there any are there any like logs around, or is there any like
Raise
wood?
Give me a scan roll.
Okay. 10, 15.
So that's a
About
success.
12.
A question about this game system. I rolled
Yeah.
under my target number, but one of my d6s was a 6. Is that still a fail?
That's still a fail. It's only when your d12 is a 12, that's an automatic success.
Yeah.
No matter like if you get over or under your target number in total.
Mm-hmm.
But just the d6s indicate like the degree of success.
All right, cool. No doubt.
But yeah, Lobelia, you see on the other side of the river, you see like a quite sturdy tree trunk even that looks like it could hold your weight. You also see a large floating tree log a bit further up the river that's floating and stuck in the river that you think you could maybe like hold on to like while you push it over the river as extra stability.
Is the tree trunk stuck between like two rocks? So it's
Mhm.
still floating, but it's not gonna go over the rocks.
At the moment, yeah.
Don't like those words, GM. At the moment, that's never good.
No. Okay, but that tree trunk, can we pick it up and like guide it over?
Yeah.
Like slide it across? How is it wide enough to bridge the gap?
It's not the entire width of the river,
Okay.
but it's like big and strong enough that it won't get carried away by the current.
Okay. So maybe we can put that log behind the log that is already stuck? Because if it doesn't bob, then we know it won't go over the rocks. Because the other one looks like it might go over the rocks, yeah?
Wait.
Because it's bobbing, it indicates that it could go over. But because this one looks heavy enough so that it won't float, can we push it along the rocks? I don't know if I'm making any sense.
No, let me. Okay, so you have a tree trunk that's still like on the other side of the river that's like stuck in the ground still.
Oh, okay, sorry.
That's
Yeah,
just
I'll get it.
yeah, that was like cut off or yeah, that was cut basically.
I get
And
it
you
now.
have a large like chunk of tree that's floating a bit further upstream. Well, floating a bit further upstream. That's like stuck behind some rocks and that's gathering some debris.
Okay, well, we could use the tree trunk as like to lasso. I think that's a good idea to try, because then at least we can hold on to the rope and on the tree trunk that's sort of sturdy.
But if the tree trunk is on our side, so if we lasso it on our side and use the rope, we lose the rope when we get to the other side.
No, there's a tree trunk on the other side.
Oh wait, there's no. Oh, okay.
Well, there are also some trees that are just standing up on this side if you want to tie yourself up to that.
Yeah. What I'm thinking is like tie. No, that wouldn't work. Side note, I once heard a story about a dude that wanted to get home after World War II, and he like had to cross a few rivers, and like 3 of the people he was with drowned. Like crossing rivers is harrowing work and is very dangerous. We are so lucky that we have bridges.
It depends on what river, and because this one comes up to our waist.
Yeah,
but yeah,
and
there's still the current.
It's
yeah, that's
it's yeah. Let me, because maybe I was like like describing it as wilder than it is, you won't, like, it's not like if you slip you'll fall and get dragged all the way, who knows how far, and drown. It's just you'll slip and you'll all be wet.
Alright, so basically what we could do is just get in the water and swim diagonally to a point. So, like, if this is the river, like here, and you swim diagonally, you basically swim straight.
With the current.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
go with the currents. Yeah, you can
And
do
we
that.
Yeah, or
Yes.
against the current.
Well, we need to go with the current anyway because we need to get back to the.
I mean, you will inevitably be going like with the current,
Yeah.
right? Because
Yeah.
if you go against the current, why would you waste that much effort into going against the current if you then you could
but-
also just go
That's
straight.
the point. If you want to cross the same place on the other side, so basically you're standing at point A and you want to go to point A on the other side, you swim against the current in a diagonal way, so you don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see
Right?
what you mean. Yeah.
That would be
But-
an option.
But in this case, we can swim with the current diagonally because we need to get from Overhill back to sort of Bag End to get to the road to Weymouth, right? So
Yeah, and it's all like the other side. It's all fields. There's like always like a small like beach almost. Like it's not like there's cliffs where you won't be able to get out of the river if you get dragged down, or if you do go with the currents a bit.
I mean, I could use a bath, so I don't mind just swimming. Feel kind of filthy after this mushroom stew. What do you say? Shall we swim?
Yeah. Yeah. Let's just swim. Let's just go for it and swim. Yeah.
Okay. I throw my well, I basically catapult my knapsack over the river with my umbrella. And throw the umbrella over as well.
Okay, give me a
Oh yeah, I have to roll for that, don't I?
what would that even be? Athletics? Like, I don't think you can do a pure strength. Yeah, give me an athletics roll.
Well, I'm absolutely gonna fail that because I have to do a d12. Right?
Can I help?
I have no skill in
Mhm.
athletics.
You can help, and I think that means that you can give her like one extra d6. I believe
That's 1d6 for you.
Let me see. There was a way you can support another player. Player hero may make an effort to help another member of the company who is making the skill roll. To do so, the supporting character may spend 1 point of hope to let the player hero gain 1d6. So hope is
Yeah.
you always start out with a bunch of hope points, which are, I believe, equal to. I'd seen you on your character sheets under hearts.
It says hope 0. Oh, 15. I have 15 hope. All right.
Yeah.
Where do
So-
you see that?
So if you
heart,
see
the middle one,
Yeah.
you have the
Oh.
number, your target number, and then hope. Yeah.
16. Okay.
yeah, and
Okay.
and all the way on the right you have a box for current hope.
Yeah.
Where you could, like, if you spend hope points like this, you also can spend hope points like to get inspiration or something like that. You can also spend hope points to give yourself an extra 1d6, which is called a hope bonus. But you can also help like another character by doing the same.
It's very nice, but it's a fail. Because I've got I have to beat 16, yeah?
Yeah.
And I rolled.
Wait. Do you have to?
12.
Lobelia. Yeah. Wait. You rolled a 12 with just your d12.
No. I rolled a 7 on my d12, and then I spent the d6 and rolled a 5.
Hmm.
So I guess my knapsack is gone.
Oh no!
Well, it's floating down the river. You think if you can, like, if you cross it and once you've crossed the river and you run after it, you can
Okay.
probably catch up with it.
I'll do that.
So I want to also cross the river, as I see my new friend's haversack just float down river. Do I need to roll anything to cross the river, or do I just go?
Well, roll me in athletics. Athletics.
Well, that is also a fail. I rolled an 8 on a 14.
Well, you start crossing the river and you feel pretty good about it. You get halfway without any problem. But a bit past halfway, you're like a rock on that you put your weight on shifts a bit, and you tumble or stumble and fall face forward into the river, and you get a sudden wake up. Basically, you're all wet. Your clothes are wet, but you get up again and you cross the river.
I yell at that we should have taken the bridge to Hobbiton.
Yeah, probably. But then who wants to be seen with Mad Baggins?
Oh shit!
Not me.
The stew, it's in the bags.
No!
I run.
I run too.
Yes, we both run. We both run to catch our knapsacks. How do we do this?
Um, I guess another athletics.
Oh man, I'm gonna fail.
Ooh, I rolled
Or you
a 17 on the athletics.
Oh no!
But one of the D12 is an 11. So
that counts as a 0.
Shit out of luck.
I rolled a 12. And but my strength is 16 that I have to beat. But I rolled a 12, so does that mean I?
But you rolled a 12 on the D12.
Yeah.
So that's a natural success. That's an automatic success.
Cool.
So yeah, Lobelia, you run after your knapsacks, and not too far down the river, they get caught between some rocks, so you can pick both of them out pretty easily.
And I scream, "They're safe! The stew is safe!"
Tears streaming down my face. I thought our stew was lost to the river, and tears of joy replaced them as I hear her scream that they are safe.
And somewhere like in the fields, you see a bunch of cows looking at you after you scream, and with that cow expression of like there's nothing going on between those eyes, but you can almost see them think, huh?
I hold up the bag and go, "It's safe! We saved it!"
The cow gives out a single and gets back to eating its grass.
You saved the stew.
I rush up, I run, and I fall to my knees as I hold up my hands for my bag and just say thank you, 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 thank you.
God, he said that this crossing would be easy. At least we still have the stew.
You don't understand. He's an adventurer. He has seen the world. We're level 1, as they say, basically. It's no comparison. He traveled the world, and I hate to say I've never seen anything else but the Shire, and not even everything of the Shire, just my immediate vicinity, and I have to say I'm a bit scared.
Oh,
That's why my accent just is all over the place.
it's fine. Don't worry. I guess the dwarf rubs away when you get scared. So, are you up for more adventure, or do we? Because there's the road to Hobbiton, and then to Weymouth, or we can cross the fields.
I think we should cross the fields.
We've lost quite a lot of time already, and we need to get to Weymouth before it gets too dark, because
yeah, indeed.
we don't want you to get more scared and lose your accent again.
Oh no, I won't lose my accent again. Let's just cross the fields. What time is it right now?
Yeah, how much time did we spend stewing?
Not that much. It's probably, well, you said around 9. Let's say it's a bit past noon.
We missed 11 Cs.
Well, I guess we should make it to the inn fast then.
I'm pretty hungry. Can we just stop for some light snacking?
Sure. We have crackers. I don't really want to touch the stew. It's too special. Unless you want to touch your stew. I mean, we have 2 bowls. You can do with your stew whatever you want.
I mean,
I'm not going to tell you what you can do.
We can share my stew, and then later on we can share your stew.
Okay.
We have crackers. They're good for dipping. And we don't have to finish this stew. We can just eat half of it, and then eat half at around noonish.
It is noon.
Eat half
I guess
around
perfect stew time.
one-ish. Yes, yes. Ain't no time like stew time as at noontime.
Noon stew. Yeah, no, perfect. But I think we both know that we will finish one of the stews.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like it's
definitely
not even
not
a
gonna be-
contest. No.
Yeah, no.
No, we are going therefore. Indeed.
But we must leave some stew for tomorrow. As a treat. As our breakfast. Breakfast stew!
Breakfast stew. Yes.
Okay, great. No, I say we eat something. But let's step away from the cows, maybe.
Yes.
I don't trust them.
Yes. I've never trusted a cow in my life. But still, I think it's a good idea if we just open some stew right now with some crackers, maybe. Yes.
Good idea. Okay. Let's have a short snack break. Stew snack break.
Awesome. So you take. Oh, I would say short, but it's not really that short of a break because you're hobbits after all. You enjoy your food and you like to take your time with it. So you take a break.
I think this stew is delicious. I think don't you had a second jar of stew, right?
No. Yes,
ate it?
but no. No.
Oh,
We're not going to break into that stew.
But it's not breaking in. It's like we have it. It's ours.
Yeah, we're not going to eat all the food now.
Okay. And I like hold out my stew canister and take it back and just lick it with my finger all around it, like every last drop.
Do you need a slice of bread to soak up all of the...
Oh yes. Oh
all the
yes.
rest?
Oh yes.
I give him a slice of bread.
And I just suck it up, suck all of the stew up, and have my way with the stew.
Guess I'll leave you alone for a minute.
It's just stew, right? Nothing happens with the stew because it's mushrooms. I'm just asking.
Yeah, I was actually wondering
Nice.
that. Is there any do we feel any effect from the stew other than pure happiness?
Pure joy.
No, yeah, you're just really happy because it's really really good stew.
Okay, so she hasn't
But
poisoned it.
it's also, yeah, it's just really good stew. But it's also nothing more than really good stew.
Good. Because that would have been fucking awful, right? Like enjoying something so much and then dying or being miserable for life because you ate the best stew in the world.
Well, I will be miserable because I will never have stew this good
No,
in
we
my
will.
life.
We have it tomorrow. We'll have some tomorrow.
Oh yes, I've almost forgot.
And I hold the
And-
knapsack tight to my body because I don't want him to eat the stew now.
Okay,
Just a tiny bit of self-control.
a tiny bit. And with that tiny bit of self-control, you set off towards Waymeet again.
Yeah, Weymouth.
And yeah, you set off. It's still, the sun is still shining. Your clothes dry up as you walk there, and yeah, nothing really further happens on the way to Waymeet. Like, it's just rolling hill after rolling hill. You see some farms in the distance, but you don't meet anyone. And eventually you see Waymeet coming over the horizon, or rather
Holy
quickly,
shit, the
actually.
town is coming for us.
It's getting closer and closer.
Yeah.
Give them the stew. Give them the stew.
And yeah, at a certain point, you cross a hill, and it's there. It's like, you think it's probably like 10 minutes more walk, but you can already hear the faint noises of a small village in the background. You can hear some like someone at a fair yelling to sell his goods. You hear like a blacksmith hammering on something. Like
Considerably
Group of-
bigger place than we're from, right? Bag End is very small compared to Weymouth.
yeah, I mean, Bag End is basically just a hill with one or two like hobbit homes built into it, and then you have it's at the end of Hobbiton, which is a bit bigger, but it's still like maybe like in the order of 50 homes or something.
So Weymouth
It's-
is like a big
and-
experience for us.
Waymeet it's where the ways meet. It's at the crossroads of the Great East Road and a couple of roads going north and south. It's like almost the trading hub of this part of the Shire. It's a place where a lot of people will come to sell their wares. So yeah, it's definitely if you haven't been here before, and if you've only stuck to your part of the Shire, it's definitely wow. So many people doing so many different things.
I am.
Uh,
What is your character's name again? Keep forgetting.
Rory.
I shove Rory
Oh.
and I say, "Oh my god, can you believe that we're actually gonna go into the big city? I've never been here, but I've heard so many
On
stories."
to your stew.
What?
What?
Hold on to your stew.
Oh yeah, I'm holding the knapsack, like I'm not letting go of it. No one will eat this stew apart from us. I mean me. I mean you. I mean us.
You had me at me. You. Whatever. We will eat it.
Yes, we will eat it. You and me.
Right now?
No, not right now. Shall we go in?
I think going in is good because this is what we came for. We have to find a bed because it's almost midnight, maybe evening.
Evening?
N-
Yeah.
It's getting towards evening. It's like 7ish maybe. It's starting to get dark, but it's there's still enough of light coming over the horizon that you can make your way to the town quite easily.
So it's time for first supper.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Oh, and a bed. I'm tired. I don't think I've ever done as much walking as I did today.
And my
Quite
feet,
possibly.
my feet, like my pants are still a bit wet. I think we need to dry them.
Let's make our way to, what was it called? Party Inn.
The Walking Party Inn.
Oh,
yeah.
the Walking Party Inn. That was it. No. It's a walking party.
It's a walking
Inn.
party. So you enter Waymeet, and by the time you get there, like it's starting to get late. There are like the tradespeople that are usually selling their wares there. They're closing up their little shops, and you still see a couple of people like going about their business, but you can tell from just like looking at this place that there's usually more people about than there are right now. And in the big central square of, well, I hesitate to call it a square because it's more like, again, it's like a greenery where they hold like the fair and whatever. But at on the main road, across from that greenery, you see a building with some people sitting outside of it on like little tables. They're having dinner, they're drinking, and above the door you see a sign hanging with a image of a man with a walking stick holding a knapsack behind him, and it says "The Walking Party Inn."
I nudge my new friend and said, "That's us. That's us."
Yes, it's us on the flag, on the thingy. What do you call it? Poster board?
Is it a billboard?
That's not really
It's not a billboard. It's not a poster board. It's like an uithangbord.
Yeah.
Yeah, uithangbord. That's us on the uithangbord.
It's us on the uithangbord. We're hanging out on the uithangbord.
Okay, so you Um, you enter the the walking party inn,
Yes.
and well, you can tell that there's actually quite a lot of people inside here. Like it looks almost packed, and uh, the innkeeper is busy serving up like a whole plate of ales. Like there's a plate of ales sitting on the countertop, and like he's just putting more and more of them on that plate. And there's a little waitress on the other side of the counter, looking at the plate, and her eyes are getting larger and larger as more and more ales get poured onto it, and you can tell that she's thinking, "Oh, I've got to carry all this. Oh fuck!"
I walk up to her and say, I can relieve you of 2, possibly 4 ills of this thing, and it would make your life so much easier.
Oh well, these are for the party of pipe wheat traders that we got in today. I'm sorry, but I will ask the bartender over there, and I'm sure he'll be happy to help you. And she, with a grunt, lifts the plate of ales on her shoulder and starts like foot by foot, like slowly carrying it to a table that's like packed with what you can tell are trader people, and they're smoking a lot of pipe wheat, they're drinking, they're laughing, they're a couple of them have started singing. But let's end the session there, maybe in the walking party inn.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Yurun, amazing.
Thank you.
You so much, and you're doing so well. I'm very proud
Thank
of
you.
you. Very proud of you.
I had a lot of fun.
Me too. This is it's fun, it's fresh, it's new, it's surprisingly wholesome up until now. I don't know what the rest is, but that's the one word that's coming to mind the whole time. It's so wholesome. It's so
It's
sweet.
yeah. I mean, it's the Shire. It's like the most wholesome place in like all of fantasy, almost.
Yeah, and it
It's
really shows.
yeah. And I love it.
Me too.
Stolen anything? We didn't kill anyone.
No, we just
No
crossed
violence.
we crossed a river. That was the highlight of our day, and I had a
No.
blast. No.
Sorry. The highlight was the fucking stew, dude.
Okay, yes, indeed. But that made me feel alive. The fact that I almost drowned made me, well, it also made me feel alive. Yeah. It is amazing, and I can't wait to see how this adventure ends.
I don't know if we eventually get to Michelle Delving and the map.
Well, it's only one way to find out.
Indeed.
Jeroen, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And we'll see you next time.
Indeed.
Bye.
Bye.